So to cover off and give a little bit of an introduction into the opportunities board before we actually then go into the live demo. So as mentioned, this is very much our flagship feature for 2026. It went live in February. It gives you access to thousands of private and public sector construction opportunity leads, which are all surfaced within the opportunities board. And one of the great things and the real investment that's gone into this solution is some of the new features that you have. For example, being able to bookmark those opportunities, setting saved searches, receiving notifications, and really all of that just being surfaced in one place makes it extremely convenient when you're actually looking for new leads. So you're able to, using this feature, you're able to save time. You can search through leads and keep track of everything all in the one place. You can filter by location, project value, CPV, and then work type and work category, making sure that they're highly relevant and specific to the work that you do. There are also exclusive opportunities. This is a combination of opportunities which are listed via our tender management tool, but then also by our UK-based team who are curating and verifying directly with main contractors. And actually features such as bookmarks really gives you the ability to make sure that you're keeping on top of deadlines, and also with those saved search notifications, which I'll be able to show you in the demo as well. You're able to do with that is that you can set up all of your different search parameters and filters, and those notifications that the moment a new opportunity is published which matches that criteria, you will receive a notification, which means that you should never be in a position where you would miss out on an opportunity that's posted. So what I'm just going to do now, the first thing that you would have access to when you come into the Once For All portal, you'll be able to see that you've got the option to go and select on Marketplace. So I'm going to go and click on this here now, which you'll be able to see like so. And you can see here we've then got the opportunities board icon, which then appears just like this. So I'm going to click on that to open that up. Now, one of the differences that we've now got with the opportunities board when you compare it to the likes of Find Leads is that actually with this, you'll now have features and these what we would refer to as swim lanes, where you can have premium leads which are surfaced, and those premium leads, like we covered on the previous slide, are your market intelligence leads, the high value invitations to tender, also then the EOI opportunities. They're all available within this swim lane, which I can then toggle through, so I can see a selection of all the most recent premium leads which have been published to the opportunities board. You can cycle through that. And then you've also got your bookmarks below, and we'll actually go through the process of bookmarking some opportunities. So in here now, I'm actually going to go and just put in a search. Let's say that I'm looking for flooring opportunities in the opportunities board. So we can see here we've had a number of different opportunities that have come up. We've got some RFQs here. We've got some ITTs. I can also go on, as well as viewing all, I can toggle by the premium leads. I can actually also then go and specifically also select sort of the public leads and planning applications, which we're able to do as well. So if I was to go on and select onto public now, that should then just refresh and be able to toggle through all of the different lead types. So in this instance, I'm going to go onto premium. Let's have a quick look at the flooring opportunity we've got here, which is for capital shop fitters for Greater Manchester. I'm going to go and select that. What this is now going to do is actually it's going to load this opportunity within tender management. So this is details of the work package. So we've got the description, we've got details on the return date. In this instance, the publisher have actually put in some information around the scope of works as well, which is fantastic. And then also the expected start date for the work to begin. So from here, if this was something that I was interested in providing a quote for, what I can actually do is that I simply click on the request access button. I'm not going to do that in this demo because that would actually ping off a request to the publisher in this instance, as it's the live environment. However, once I click on request access, what actually happens there is there's what we refer to as like a two-way handshake that occurs. So the publisher, the buying organization, will receive a notification to say that Jackson Flooring has requested access to be able to provide a quote to you on this particular work package. The buyer then has the ability to go through and actually approve access for you to that work package. And as soon as that's done, you'll be issued with that invitation to tender invite. You'll receive that via email. You'll also have access to the work package that you've been granted access to within Marketplace as well. And then from there, you can download the work package and then directly from that be able to actually upload and provide your quotation directly to the buyer. So as you can see, it's a nice, quick, seamless process as part of that. Let's go on and do a slightly different search. I'm going to go in, let's have a look for, let's go back to the opportunities board. I'm going to type in concrete this time just to get a slightly different selection of opportunities so you can get an idea here. And actually what I'm going to show you here is the bookmarking feature. So let's go through and say, okay, I want to bookmark this Tazika concrete repairs opportunity. I'm also going to bookmark this My Construction precast concrete opportunity. Let's bookmark concrete slab, and I'm also going to concrete this public Hackney and Newham lead, which we can do so like this. Now, what's great about this is that if I then go back, you'll be able to see if we go back to where we've then got our swim lanes, we can then see all of those bookmarked opportunities then actually appear in that bookmark swim lane. So a really convenient, easy way to be able to actually go back to any opportunities that you've gone ahead and flagged as being of potential interest to you. So let's go on and do a search which is going to be slightly more specific. So I'm going to go in and let's go and do a scaffolding search. And I'm going to go and have a look at one of these market intelligence leads which have come through here. So I'm just going to select on this. So just a second. Let's move that over. Okay, so what we're actually able to do as well, the market intelligence opportunities, is that I've got the ability to actually go in and actually register my interest for this as well. So actually when we go ahead and we select on the option to register interest, it's actually going to notify. So I'll go and click on do this for you now. It's actually going to notify the main contractor and client, which is linked to this particular opportunity, to show that I'm actually interested in potentially providing a quote for it or finding out more about the project. And then from there, then there's the ability for that conversation to be facilitated and introductions to be made. So again, you can see here, click of a button, really very straightforward, being able to do that, registering my interest. And if I then again go back to where I've got my bookmarks, that scaffolding opportunity that I've just registered my interest on is back in my bookmark screen. I'm going to do another search now. Let's go and have a look for joinery opportunities. I'm going to go and put in, we can search whatever location we want. And by the way, actually, there are a number of different filters that you can use where you can really go in a more granular level and have very refined search results. This is something that we'll cover in more detail as part of the advanced session next week. But for now, just being conscious of time, what I'm just going to do is put in London as the location. Deadline wise, let's say that I'm looking for opportunities that have got a deadline in the next month. I'm going to go on to search. And if we just go back a second, that's not quite worked as expected. Hold on a second. This is the usual curse of the live demo. So let's go back in. Let's try again, joinery. And let's go and select our location and put in London. And go to search. And I'm going to have a look at the premium leads in this instance. So we can see now, if I was to actually go into more detail as well, and let's say that at the moment I'm looking for live tender opportunities that I can respond to, I can go ahead and click on the ITT toggle here, and I can see that I've got a couple here that have come up for London. I've got this Verity Interiors manufactured joinery opportunity. So I'm going to go and select onto that. And again, that's going to take you into that preview window and that listing for this opportunity within tender management. It's given you a description of that particular work package. And again, once I've gone through and reviewed this, if I'm interested in potentially providing a quotation for this project, I can go ahead, click on request access. That's going to send off that notification. And then from there, the buyer has the ability to then approve my access to this work package so I can go ahead and provide a quote. The other feature that I'll just quickly show as well. So I've got my search here that I've set up for joinery. I'm going to go and select all because I'm actually also going to be interested in looking at some of the other premium leads which are here, such as the market intelligence leads which are there. I can click on save search. I can then select when I want my email alert. So let's say I want these daily, and then the opportunity type. In this instance, I'm wanting to set up a premium lead save search. If I go on, click on save, what will now happen if I then go back to this section, we can now see I've got a new swim lane that's appeared for joinery in London, and then I can toggle through these same opportunities here as part of my safe search. But crucially, and what's really fantastic about this safe search feature is that now that I've set that up, it's going to be working hard in the background so that whenever a new opportunity lands that meets my criteria, meets my area of operation, the type of work that I'm looking for, the type of value, the deadline date, work categories, etc., I will then receive notifications to say when those new opportunities have landed. The only other thing that I'll quickly share as well, so let's just do another quick search. Let's put in another phrase here. Let's go into plumbing, and I'm going to go and have a quick look and show you the public and planning opportunities. So if I was to go onto the public options here, let's have a quick look at this plumbing and sanitary works opportunity. That then opens up in this screen where it's giving me a map of the location. I can open that in full screen. It gives me some details about that particular opportunity. In this case, it's a public lead. If I go ahead and click on view, this is then taking me into the EU tenders section. At the moment, that's actually probably a bad example in terms of the information that's on the EU tenders site. So let's find a slightly different one to show you. Let's go and have a look at the NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde opportunity that we've got here. Go on to view more. And on here, you can see this is what it would look like if we had the full opportunity listing on the EU tenders website and giving you details on how you can go ahead and actually apply for that. It's the same then if we then go and have a look and go back over to the planning opportunities. A lot of the time, this will be with local authorities and their websites. So if we go into planning, let's go and have a look at this new plumbing and drainage pipe opportunity. Let's go into view more. This is then taking us to that planning listing, which is on the Norwich City Council website. So effectively with this opportunities board, as well as the exclusive premium leads that we have, which are specific to Once for All, we are also then pulling in all of the public sources of leads too and aggregating that in one place for you for your convenience. So I would say in terms of just giving you a kind of a quick introduction, an overview of the opportunities board, that's covering pretty much everything for you at this stage. We'll go into further detail with regards to how you can really tweak your alerts and your safe searches and also building more granular searches using the additional filtering functionality that's available within the platform.